Today is Friday, so I want to start with my trading log. You can see I got it pulled up here, the daily and the weekly charts. There is a difference between the weekly chart price and my total cash. That difference is how much I'm paying in commissions and fees, which is kind of a lot, but that's okay. I'm doing great. Obviously in an uptrend. Once I have a few more weeks of data, I'll be doing an RSI calculation and looking at chart patterns on my trading, and I'm excited to do that. Without further ado, let's hop into AMC's technical analysis, starting with the 1 minute chart. Today was a pretty wild day. I wasn't quite expecting to see the price fall down to a new low or test yesterday's low so quickly. I was thinking we might see a test of an uptrend and then a breakdown. But what actually happened is at the open, we saw a big dump. The price did recover, and then as it tested this downtrend, there was a double top in here. I was expecting that, and the price broke out down and fell, almost setting a new daily low, almost getting there, closing very low, actually exactly on the double top price target, which I was hoping to see today. I thought we'd have to wait till Monday. We got it today. That's great. There's some other things that are happening right now that make me really excited because it's that my analysis is being fulfilled, my forecast is being valid, and I love that. Zoom in really quick, go over what my trades were. Right off in the morning, right away, I said I'm gonna buy some really trash puts. I got two May 6th $13.50 puts. I bought them for $5 a piece. So these were out of the money, expiring today. That's why they're trash. However, they do really well if they go into the money. And as the price continued to sink, and we had this test at $14 and the price break down, I bought another put. I bought a May 6th $14 put, which was just barely out of the money, and I loved that because I was very certain the price would keep falling and put it into the money, and sure enough, that did occur, and the downtrend continued. And I said, here on my Discord, I'm preparing to take profits, looking very carefully. Boom, this candle. I said, you know what? There's a low. This is a green hammer. I am out. And I closed out both of those puts. I did very well. I bought the $13.50 put for $5 and I sold it for $22. So that's a 400% gain there. And then on the $14 put, I made over 200%. Also very good. And then I had this thought, oh, that's right, I'm trying to work on buying calls in the corrective phases after I've closed out my puts, and so I did that as well, a $14 call, which I bought at 17. I cashed it out later, right as the price began to dive down at that level of resistance at 14.08, and I got out for $30. So 200% there as well. A very good day, very good day. And once I saw that the price was starting to fall, I immediately returned some of those profits back to the market, and I bought 5 $13 puts for $2 a pop. And I also did a call, which I don't seem to have put on here, but I've also bought a $15.50 call just in case we did see a big rally. I paid $3 for that. So these were just Hail Marys. I'm just spending the cash I bought on the corrective phase bounce. My profits are basically what I made on the way down, which is really good. I almost always give back some profits in the afternoon when I'm turning over profit like that. Maybe I should stop doing that, but I don't know. I like to do it, so I'm gonna keep going. Now, as the price began to recover, you can see that the height between the price and the trend line begins to decrease, and we have like this really clear, look at those perfect pipe reversal. That's what a pipe reversal is. Perfect pipe reversal at that 14.08. Again, we came up here, almost had pipes here. It was a rejection. The price floated up a little higher, and I was kind of surprised. Oh, there's that $15.50 put. I bought it way out here. Eventually, the price did give out and started to fall towards the end of the day, and a new downtrend was started here. This is kind of a sideways action between these twin peaks, like a double top in here, right? And then this is one top, the second top being right here. And I started this downtrend at that second top, which is also got a little micro double top in it. And the price began to spill downward, recovering the downward trend that we've set from previous days. And eventually finding support at the double top target. Those targets, more often than not, become technical levels, and so I keep them on my charts. They're very informative. There was a corrective phase at the very end of the day. Of course, the price did close above the downtrend and below the corrective phase uptrend, so technically trendless, which has been bearish in the past. The close was exactly at 1376, although here it looks like a doji at 1375. Incredible. Implied volatility was rising today as the price dropped, and that made me very, very happy. Let me zoom out a little bit and get a better look at what that looked like. Right through here, you see the implied volatility is rising, and then it begins to drop, and that is really a good tell that the top is near. And yeah, overall though, implied volatility kind of grinding sideways. The price did have a bigger close than I thought. I thought we saw a small red day. It was actually a pretty tall red day. Let's have a look at this trend line. It really just starts from a couple days ago, from yesterday. There was a corrective phase this week in here that broke and gave us the double top that produced this run down. This is insane. This is nuts. There's definitely a chart pattern in here to analyze. I'll get a hold on that later when I do a more in-depth analysis. Right now, I want to zoom out to the, well, let's go to the 15-minute chart. And let's turn on some other drawings. This was my double top chart. You can see how well expectations were filled today. Double top here, double top there, price target met, and closed on that line. So there is definitely going to be something in here for me to find later. I can just feel it. Maybe we're going to get some bullish divergence in the RSI. I don't know. Volume wasn't exactly as high as it's ever been, but it does look like it was pretty high. We're going to go into the 1 day and have a look. There, I haven't done any analysis. This is just like off the fly. This is a cataloging of what I've seen today and what my state of mind and my analysis is in the moment. I want to turn on, maybe the actually blank chart would be good here. So we did have a right angle and descending broadening formation earlier this month that did break down. And that target right here at 1460, you can tell that also became a very important technical level, right? And so did the, and we actually met the theoretical half staff target from the bear flag. I was calling a bear flag through here. And sure enough, we did reach that target too. So price targets being met, bearish price targets being met. And now I want to talk about these two red candles because they're very bearish, very, very bearish. They represent the beginning of a vertical rundown, a potential vertical rundown. And in that kind of a chart pattern, you just have these big drops and they're followed by big retraces most of the time. And I want to see that. I want to trade that volatility. But yesterday, I actually drew almost exactly what we see right now. I'm going to go ahead and pull up that chart if I can find it. Right here, the pink zone. I've been talking about this pink zone and how we need to get through it and how I would like to see the price just cut right through it. And sure enough, we have one big bar coming in, it found support, and then today we saw almost an entire crossing of that zone. You can see that. Almost made it. And yesterday I drew this yellow line, and that yellow line basically starts right at the top of this candle and ends near the bottom. That was just a lucky guess. Now, if this is going to continue, that's a nasty bar, right? I mean, we're talking about finding sub 10 levels next week, and not just next week, but early next week, and then a big bounce. And that's what I'm going to be watching for now. Volume was higher. You can see that here. Let me just pull this up a little bit and squish it down. Not nearly close to that. Not close to that 30-period average. That's totally fine. That's bearish. Implied volatility increasing. So if you looked at my trading log, you can see that I have two really big green candles from a couple weeks ago, and then I have those today. Those both occurred on Thursday and Friday during an uptick in implied volatility. So overall, things are going exactly the way that I've been forecasting them, which is awesome. And I've been doing really well trading the trend. So that's what I have for today's video. Analysis has been good. I've been very profitable. It's been a great week. Made some new friends in the Discord, which is great. And happy trading.